which is kind of respectable, right, if you think about it. Now, Team Flash is going to ban away the Queen of the late game and the Kaisa. Looks like that the marksman will be targeted by both squads here. Zaya is a very good pickup right now in the meta, and so it's going to be targeted away by Team Flash. What will be the last remaining Dragon Laner? Possibly the Ashe? But I don't think so, right? Like, if you are running Ziggs that will most likely go to the bot lane, you're not going to ban away the Ashe.
Yeah, 100%. I think Ezreal is still available for them. They really want to go for that poke and double down on it. Tristana could also be them if they want to go all in onto the siege potentials. Ziggs with Tristana. For Cypher CES is a little bit of the question.
It's so hard to think about them picking all those champions that you mentioned because none of them are innately and a natural mid laner, which means that they might just send over the Ziggs to the mid lane. I fear for the Ziggs. You are looking at a potential assassination coming from the Akali in the mid lane. Ziggs is super squishy. Anyway, Cerberus Esports will be the one taking the Tristana, and to round all up, a very aggressive jungler in the Vi.
Akali mid lane instead. Coming in for the side of CES. Akshan.
Oh!
There's no way.
Yeah, because this is the only thing that makes absolute sense, right? They were kind of checkmate into it. Like, there's no ADC anymore that can be put in the mid lane. Zeri was banned away. Lucian was banned away. And those are the two marksmen that you often see in the mid lane to really start things off. And again, the ruling that we have here in WRL A2 is that you have to draft at least one marksman. It doesn't matter whatever role the marksman will play. What's important is at least one marksman should be played. And it does look like that there will be a curveball here. And this is what makes things super exciting. Because Team Flash is electing to put Akshan in the Baron lane.
Yeah, it is a different thing for TF. Maybe it could be something that will change the tides of Team Flash's playstyle or their history in the past year in Season 2. But that really is something brand new that we're seeing coming into the day or even the past week.
Let me discuss Akshan real quick in the Baron lane. It's a bully. That's it. Right? So if you have the Akshan in the Baron lane, its goal is to really win lane very hard. But the concern I do have is he's facing against the Fiora, and Fiora does have some... Oh, this is so smart.
Oh my.
I was just about to say that basically as an Akshan can win the lane against the Fiora, and so what Cerberus Esports is doing right now is to anticipate that and going for a lane swap. Interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, Akshan still went mid lane, so
yeah.
This is a double bluff coming in from Team Flash.
Mind games all over to start everything. What a debut for our pair for WRLA. Lots to unpack and lots to think about. But we're looking at a matchup here in the mid lane that should have priority for Qden very early, right? But by the time that the Akali is level 5, then that's when things become a little bit more interesting. Because again, Akali at level 5 will have access to assassination tools.
Yeah, perfect execution will be available, but even Qden is really low early in the lane, which is surprising.
True, but that's allowed, right? Like he can go for a cheetah recall right now. Akshan should be able to go back into his lane without any problem, without missing too many minions. Now you look at the transition here by Team Flash. They were the first one to respond to the lane swap that was done here by Cerberus Esports, sending over a Shiki to support the Riven.
Yeah, and I think that's actually quite understandable, because given the fact that if they leave the top lane, it will just be Tristana and Warren having the free time of their lives free farming, and you don't want that because Tristana will be their late game insurance for the side of CES, and you need to send someone up there.
Yeah, they need to send Yonti there. They need to send the Ziggs to the top side to have a 1v1 between the Riven and the Fiora. And again, the tempo overall by Cerberus Esports is to their advantage, and it's a very good early game by them, and that lane swap really threw off Team Flash, and you can see it and feel it.
Yeah, it's back to the classic, right? We saw this back in Icons, and now Duckby goes in to start up this fight. Followed through with Vi, with Y1 going in for the Vault Breaker, and now Genza won't be able to secure it, but a 1-for-1 trade is in for now, but Chica falls at the end.
It's a 2-for-1, 2 plates for Cerberus Esports still overall. An advantage for Cerberus Esports, although I thought 368 might just be able to do something here. We'll be respecting the two-man presence of Y1 and Genza wisely, because I feel that if he went in, he will just instantly die.
Yeah, that's still the Ornn that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're looking back here.
There's a kill in the mid lane. So there was a counterplay. So overall, it was a 2-for-2, and that is Team Flash not allowing Team Cerberus Esports to just have a their heyday, right? Yeah. We are not going to go down without a fight, and that's good. That's a good sign if you are a fan of Team Flash. Now Taku just being cheeky, using the Ignite to cancel the recall of T3, but you're now seeing a level advantage on the bot side. That's huge in a 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, and that is also important for Riven to stay, and that delay coming from WRL was impressive, because the thing is, this is the cannon. So if Riven now goes in for the recall, he's gonna be delayed.
Yep, 1-2 tower plates available for the taking as well, especially knowing that the bottom lane tower are the squishiest tower at the first few minutes of the game. BMM trying his luck against Qden. This is what we expected, right? As an Akshan, it's all about dirty fighting. Did you know that the passive is called dirty fighting for Akshan?
Oh, I didn't. That's something new for me.
And then now it makes sense, right? Like, as an Akshan, you don't want to play fair. You kind of want to use your advantage.
Knock up! Now Genza follows through. Exhaust is there. Calls the Forge God after the U-stop. Knock up is there along with Ignite. Tick, tick, tick! It is Genza who brings down the finishing blow, securing the kill.
Duckby very proactive, getting that kill on the bot lane. Shaky and 368. Meanwhile, Hextech Ultimatum possibly available.
Vault Breaker will not pursue for the all-in.
Yep, they have to respect Qden. Now there's a potential dive. 3v1. Taku needs to have a perfect riposte.
Y1. Now in a bit of a danger. Goes in for the smite to just slow him down.
Oh, perfect.
Hextech Ultimatum is just phenomenal, and Team Flash secures the trade.
And the Hextech Ultimatum is going to deny the blast cone as well. Team Flash again, not really content in just giving away kills to Cerberus Esports. We're seeing Genza, he might die here.
T3
Win slash
versus Genza. The flash is burned, almost getting the kill with the Blade of the Exile, but will not pursue it, as you have the Honey Fruit to just save himself for extra sustainability.
Yep, pretty much a very action-packed 5 minutes of the game. And now the first objectives are alive. 368, by the way, is already level 7.
What? Oh! I did not expect that.
Inexplicable, by the way. I just want to say that. That's a steal that we don't often see. Now, Cerberus Esports will set their sights over to the Ocean Dragon, taking that away.
It is a catch-up. Now BMM comes through. You have Taku into the fray as well. This is a 3v4. Yonti comes in. You have the action with the ultimate as well. Y1 into the backside. Go for the Vault Breaker. Call off the Forge God. Knocks up onto one. Shiki forced to use up the flash, but CES won in the end.
Team Flash, though, was able to get the Rift Herald. Shiki, with his heroics, the cow, was able to at least snag away the primary objectives. Now, Cerberus Esports will have opportunity to at least get some tower plates here in the mid lane, and it does look like that there will be no contest whatsoever in that regard. Looking at this team fight, BMM using the Akali very effectively. This is what is so scary with the Akali, right? One Twilight Shroud can really mess the spacing of your squad. And you look at Shiki, just casually, nonchalantly, right? Taking that last hit and then flashing away.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate, right? Because you also have to consider that no Y1 was just coming in from the Drake, so no spite available for him. And now with Shelly along with the Siege Champion in Ziggs in the mid lane, they're able to secure tower first blood.
It's a 1-for-1 tower, by the way. It's I believe the tower in the bot lane had been destroyed already by Cerberus Esports. Shiki, oh wow, okay, what an interaction. Using the headbutt to make sure that Duckby's knock-up won't connect. Now finally, we see a 2v2 that features a marksman.
Yeah, and now this is a 4-man roam.
368
unexpectedly. Hextech Ultimatum! Along with a knockup comes from Duckby. Buys time coming in from Genza. But the Ignite takes him down, and Duckby is pinned down by 4 members of TF. as they secure the double kill.
Love the rotation by Team Flash. However, you look at the other side of the map, there are some movements, counterplays already being started by Cerberus Esports. Still, give credit to Team Flash. Their rotation so crisp in punishing Genza, making his screen gray for the next 15 seconds.
Mega Inferno Bomb clears out the wave. Y1 in danger, will not pursue for the kill or for the engage up against T3.
And T3 has to be mindful, right? There could still be someone in the area. He doesn't have any vision. He needs to play it passive. He needs to respect just the fact that the Fiora is super forward, right? Like he has to anticipate that someone must be there. And that's the reason why Fiora is super confident on the bot lane.
So, unfortunately, looking at the side for TF, if they're looking at the advantage for CES, not that little. It is a 3k gold lead for the side for Cerberus, and I think that is something that they have to respect coming into the next couple of minutes.
Akshan? Okay. Alright. Quick reaction time coming from Qden. And they cannot stop the push and the siege composition by Cerberus Esports. They, like their Tristana is really just taking down towers after towers.
Yeah, and they secure another in the top lane, and the thing is that is Genza who gets a huge portion of the gold as well. So that's really something that TF has to be worried about if this continues. But now Taku in a bottom lane, a 1v1 up against 368, but a lot of mobility along with a flash burned out by 368 to retreat.
That's unfair. That's a Baron laner against a jungler, and we all know that Baron laners should have access to more experience in the game. That's a level 10 to a level 9 jungler with 368. Obviously being behind there by a bit. Yonti and Shiki trying to make a play against a tank Duckbee.
Yeah, a little bit of an overextension, but the thing is, a tank Ornn is not something that you can melt out easily, especially given the fact that you have Yonti with his leg only, along with an Alistar.
Yeah.
So far, no engage will occur. Does yet to follow through.
Yeah, I'm trying to really figure out what their game plan is for Team Flash. Yes, they want to win the side lanes. They have a very good side laner and the Riven. But you have to remember that there is also a very good side laner on the other side, right? Fiora is a grand duelist. More often than not, he's going to win the 1v1.
Yeah, probably a queen of the duels right now.
Right.
When it comes to like a 1v1 type of situation, it is always Fiora that we have to think about and we have to look at just because of the amount of sustainability and a lot of damage that he has right now. Duckbee now stuck in the middle. It's Shiki and 368 who get the CC in onto the Ornn, but will not pursue. Now Shiki comes in, Kuden as well is here. Duckbee will be able to retreat, but action ultimate will not be enough.
Lock it. Very clutch. Y1 needs to go upstairs, and BMM again, eyes on the Akali.
Oh, the Forge God will not pursue, but will still be able to connect. Will not get in the knockup as you have the crown coming in from Yonti. Hextech ultimatum will be denied because of the Tace's enchant from Y1. Mega Inferno Bomb onto the Dragon Spit. A lot of damage already onto Y1. The Dragon will be secured by Genza, and now it is CES's time to now turn around and get those kills up and running. Yonti is in danger already. Shiki is pinned out, gets the kill as a security for CES.
Cerberus Esports, very clean team fighting, and once the dragon went down, the resets happened for Genza. The power of Tristana is in full effect at the mid stages of the game. You look at the items, Bloodthirster, Navori's also completed for him. And that's an easy takedown of the mid lane tower, just expanding their goal lead once again. We look at that team fight. It was a very scattered team fight, right? But with the composition that Team Flash has, I'm really having a hard time to figure out where their consistent damage will come from. Yeah, they do have the Ziggs, but they don't have a marksman that really dish out a good amount of damage. Yeah, sure, they have an Akshan, but Akshan is not really known to dish out a good amount of damage in a team fight scenario. In a 1v1 scenario, sure, Akshan is very good, but in 5v5, nah.
Yeah, it's more of like a utility champion rather than a full-on damage. And yes, he still has that possibility to deal out and dish out a lot of damage, as you have mentioned, when it comes to that 1v1. It's just a really difficult champion to be able to utilize when it comes to that 5v5. But right now, Duck2 pinned out. Shiki and P68 has information, but you also have Y1 against just around the corner.
And now the goal lead has expanded to 8k. It's just super hard for Team Flash to do anything right now. Like, yeah, sure, they can engage on Duckbee, but what will a dead Duckbee do? of course, a retaliation from all the members of Cerberus Esports, with Genza being this far ahead. He's just going to be ultra safe in the backline, and as he levels up, the more range he gets. That's the Tristana passive that we all know and love, and that's the reason why we often regard Tristana as a late game champion. Repost.
Nice. Cancel. Will not be able to cancel pretty much all the shots, but nevertheless, it is good enough. Close to Forge God, ready to start the play, knocks up onto the jungle. Now Hextech ultimatum onto the backside. That is BMM who is stuck. And now Tristana once again gets the Baron. That is good enough. They got huge value. There's no more objective to fight up against. Exhaust onto the action to just go away, but CES will win that fight with the objective.
Yeah, the game plan of Team Flash, the win lane, win game, really did throw them off with the lane swap that Cerberus Esports did. And so now Cerberus Esports is not stopping.
Now knocks up onto the mid lane, goes stasis Encha, but Yanni just gets denied. And now the cease and desist onto the backside, goes to the side as well for the extra slow. 368 will be able to go out with 180. Shaky follows up with a double man knock up, but 3-3 is there to put out huge damage. But Genza's still alive, something that PF has to be wary. Along with a flash, Genza removes the HP bars of Team Flash, and now one inhibitor turret, two inhibitors falls down, and Nexus is open.
Make that 3 bot lane tower already exposed as well, and Cerberus Esports will go for the finish.
Now with a grand challenge already popped up, a lot of sustainability built onto CES. Stack will be able to survive, and Nexus will be the target along with a Baron buff. This game is over. CES wants just a little bit more sprinkle to their win as they get game 1.
There on top. Nexus explodes and Cerberus Esports gets game number 1. Kind of expected, right? With the experience advantage that we are seeing from the roster of Cerberus Esports.